Hi guys. So I'm not here today and Mr. Henning is with you, but I just wanted to go over the lesson you're going to be doing with him. So, depending on what class you're in and the amount of students, there were a couple of classes that I let a group go out in the hall to work. If you worked out in the hall last week, when I gave you permission with your group, you can do that today. However, the rest of you will stay in the classroom to work. No one should go out into the hall until I've gone through the directions. So you may or may not remember the brainstorming activity that we did way back on page 12 of our pink packet. We're going to be doing that exact same thing today, but this time you'll be focused on writing down as many possible users for your app topic as you can. So again, we're just focusing on users. So everybody's going to get some sticky notes, and you're just going to brainstorm your answers on the sticky notes with your group. So one user per sticky note. So let's say your user group would be teachers. That's one user on a sticky note. Just remember, there are not going to be any bad answers. We're going to take every answer and run with it. Build on other suggestions. Maybe, so if we say doctors, we could say yes, and how about nurses? So that would be two sticky notes because we're not grouping or categorizing these yet. Remember that after you brainstorm on the sticky notes, you'll have a few minutes to sort and analyze them, but your first goal is to write down as many ideas as possible, no matter how crazy it is. So you're going to have 5 minutes to choose a general topic for your app. But okay, so I guess here at step 14, Mr. Henning, you can give the kids maybe 5, 7, 10 minutes to brainstorm about their user groups. At this point, they shouldn't have any kind of an app idea yet. We're just thinking about users who use any kind of apps. So set the timer 5 or 10 minutes, and then after that step, you're going to have about 5 minutes to choose a general topic for your app. It's important to remember that you aren't trying to come up with what the app will do or any specifics at this point, but just agreeing on a general topic that it should address. So again, we're not getting very specific on our app idea. We're just kind of coming up with a general topic. So Mr. Henning, again, if you could give them 5 minutes to work. After that, you're going to go through the process of grouping. And we did this way back on page 12 when we were categorizing our groups. Remember, when grouping users, you don't have to make a decision about your target user during this step. Just make the groupings. So again, maybe you're going to have healthcare workers. Maybe you're going to have blue collar workers. Maybe you're going to have people in education that would include principals, teachers, students. I don't know. So you're just going to be coming up with groups for your for your users. You should arrange the sticky notes on your desk into categories. And if there is time, come up with a short name for the grouping. You will only have 1 to 2 minutes to come up with users, and an additional 1 to 2 minutes to group those users. So at this time, Mr. Henning, if you would allow 2 minutes for coming up with the groups that could become future users. And then after that, give them another 2 minutes for arranging and categorizing the users. And this is where you're going to move the sticky notes into categories of groups. Name your groups with the sticky note. So again, maybe you're going to have healthcare workers. Maybe you're going to have like safety, police, firemen, things like that. Not finally, but your next step, you should work on to narrow down your potential target user group to 1 or 2 general categories. You will have time during the next 2 lessons to further research and refine your target user group, but you will want to have a clear starting point to guide that research. So again, at this point today, we do not have any specific category or app idea. That's going to come later in the week. Briefly share your topic name and description of your user with the class. Given that the group is tackling a big real world problem with these apps, it's unlikely that you'll have direct access to potential users to interview. Discuss as a class, how do you think you can learn more about who your users are and what their needs might be? And that will be it today. I don't know if you'll get through it all because of map testing. You only have 30-minute classes, but get as far as you can. Hope you all have a great day, and please be your very best for Mr. Henning.